Welcome back to Droffats TV. We're headed to Stockton, California City, usually famous for the Diaz brothers and bad attitudes. But this Saturday, December 13th, is hosting a battle of the undefeated. It's Matchroom, it's the Zone, and it's two guys with a combined record of 50 and 0 trying to ruin each other's holiday plans. The A side, Diego Pacheco, first up. He's the hometown hero. Pacheco standing at 6'4", super middleweight. Pacheco enters this fight 24 and 0, 18 KOs. This will be his third fight of the year. He's already beaten Steven Nelson and Trevor McCumbee this year. Pacheco, he's looking to prove he's finally ready for the world stage. He's got the reach of a heavyweight, the power to shut off the lights, but the question remains, is he actually elite or just a really, really tall fighter? Yeah. The B side, Kevin Lele Sadjo. Who? In the other corner, making his U.S. debut is the French Cameroonian Wrecking Ball. Sadjo, he's 26 and 0 with 23 knockouts. Let's be honest, none of us have heard of this motherfucker. I feel like calling him a tomato can. Outside of YouTube, highlights, we never seen this guy actually fight. But from the research, he's been knocking people out in Europe, in Africa. Building a resume that looks pretty scary on paper, even if we can't pronounce half of the names on it. He's shorter, stockier, fights like a bull who just saw red. He's coming to the U.S. to spoil the party, and he's bringing kind of that I have nothing to lose mentality, which could be kind of dangerous. Man, we saw earlier this year, Yoannis Tellez. He was a highly touted Cuban fighter, going up against Abbas Baru, a guy from Germany none of us had ever heard of. I call Baru a tomato can, and we saw the results. He beat the shit out of Yoannis Tellez from round 1 to round 12, even dropped him in round 12, and he's now the WBA world champion at 154 pounds. So truthfully, anything can happen, man. So this is kind of like the, please fight, take my belt. What are you fighting for? But this is for the WBC silver super middleweight title and Pacheco's WBO international title. In layman's terms, they're fighting for the right to stand in line and politely ask Canelo Alvarez for a payday. You just want payday. You fight nobody. Payday, payday. I mean, it's a classic crossroads fight. If Pacheco wins, which I believe he will, he'll take care of business. I don't know if he gets the knockout or not. I mean, he didn't stop McCumbee or Nelson, but he's definitely up there as like the future of the division. Of course, you still got Hamza Shiraz, Lester Martinez, Christian and Billy. He's actually he's going to be elevated to the WBC world title holder, but he was the interim champ. Dare I say, you still got the Puerto Rican assassin Edgar Berlanga. You still got Beck the Bully, Darius Fulgrim, Caleb Sweet Hands Plant still at 168, Jaime Munguia. So there's a lot of names, man. Oh, how could I forget William Skull? So there's still a lot of names to go through at 168. But Pacheco, he's definitely up there as far as the up and coming, future world champions of this division. So if Sadjo wins, I mean, he pulls off a massive upset, and Matchroom's marketing department is going to be in crisis mode if that happens. But to me, the verdict, what to watch for. This is the classic Matador versus the Bull. Pacheco, he wants to keep this at a distance, use the jab, land that overhand right. Sadjo, he needs to turn this into a phone booth fight, just pretty much be the aggressor, have that effective aggressiveness, and make Pacheco uncomfortable. But to me, Pacheco, he has the height, the reach, the home court advantage. Sadjo, he just has the mystery factor, and they're saying he has bricks for hand, but only one way to find out. Tune in to the Zone this Saturday to see if the hype train stays on track or gets derailed by a French sledgehammer. Leave your comments below, smash the like button, and subscribe to Droffats TV.